Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is showtime. Was that dramatic enough for you? I hope so. Hi, guys. Let's load a game. I have two characters. This is the one I'm streaming. So I think we're about to head off to the second map, so I want to tidy up the quests that I have in this map before we go. Now, I believe, occasionally, that I went through everything. Well, those don't have any weight. There's no reason not to carry them along with me, you know. I believe I had, pardon me, taken care of all of that stuff. Moved everything that needed moving. Made foods and stuff, did I? Yeah, we got 4 stews, some tea. I don't think we had anything else we could actually make. Let's double check that. Mariner's porridge. You can make a couple of those, I think. Stew. And stew. All right. And I believe Marius wants to talk to me.
You're messy Vernal, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go.
You don't seem excited about seeing Fior.
A job's a job, envoy. But not all places are created equal. I've led a few people there from Paradis.
Good evening to those of you who've joined me. Hi.
Someone on every trip.
Someone's sleeping.
I said almost.
I'm thankful for your expertise.
Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject.
That's enough for now. Get some rest.
Thanks for talking.
It was, yeah, I laughed, I cried, it changed my life. Okay, not really. And good evening to you. Welcome back. A full night's sleep. Oh God, her again.
The armored mask. We dream of steel and charred earth and flame. The memory binds.
Yes, I'm sure it binds.
Flee from her. We fear. For us. For you.
Sounds like the voice actor who did, the friendly Elder Dragon. Oreen. So I have to check and see now. Hold on. Flashbang. Avowed voice actors. And Guild Wars 2 voice actors. Oreen. Nika Futterman. No, I'm not making that up. There is no Nika here. I apparently was wrong. You seem unsettled by Ludwin. Do you want to talk about it?
Blazing ire. It burns and it burns and it feeds upon itself.
Yeah, that's kind of her.
Came through the smoke. We recall. You are not safe with her.
You sure you don't have history with her? Can't you tell me more?
We reach. The spines tear into us. We pull our hands away.
Yeah, thanks.
But the old scars do not lie. We burned once. Burned. We know.
Did Ludwin hurt you specifically?
A storm from the same spark.
Oh, okay.
All pain cuts with the same blade. Seeing clear of the
This
soul
smacks,
fire,
this character and
all
all of her
extinguish it.
discourse smacks of someone trying desperately to write something cool. If it comes to her, I'll deal with her my way.
No recourse but teeth.
That's probably not going to be very
Spreads
good.
toward the garden wall.
Biting her to death in her heavy armor seems unlikely.
Have care.
Well, we're not going to Fjormis Iverno yet, because we've got quests to do locally. Still, a couple. Let's see. Journal. Animancy method. I hate that I have to hit F to unhide the completed one so that I can click on them so that the exclamation point goes away. If they're completed, just have them go away, please. Thank you. Let's see. The finer things in battle acquire better torso armor, acquire a better weapon. Acquire them? Well, I made them. Okay, well, that's visit the merchants. Am I going to regret having spent materials? I think you get some materials back if you deconstruct it. Not sure. Speak to locals about where to find Luminous Adra, Dawn Trader. Find the Adiran expedition team, escape plan, acquire Andra's Kiss, find the cartographer in Dawn Shore. Well, let's start with that one, okay? That doesn't show up on the map at all. Interesting, okay. Well, that's where the Adiran team is. Let's go to there. Quest is Dawn Treader. There's a large amount of this map that we haven't gone through at all yet. Let's teleport there. Well, I didn't want to sleep here. Please, don't have me chat with her again. Oh, God, no.
Thoughts and whispers, we feel them rumble beneath the surface.
She's really getting tedious.
Smell conflict. Kith turn on Kith.
Now, Kith.
Do not understand.
You mean here in Paradis?
We come on foreign ships. Exiles grafted from other trees. The salt clings to their hair. The scent of distant shores to their
But it's evocative. It's so goddamn boring. What was the game where someone talked like that all the freaking time? Some of them are seeking freedom.
branches unimpeded.
Oh, the bears in Guild Wars 2's latest expansion. They all talk so slow. It's fine like the first time through the storyline and stuff,
A foundling deer seeking.
but it just gets old.
The ground stirs. New roots seek to grow taller than the old.
Again, it feels like the writing here is someone desperately trying to sound cool and interesting
What do they seek?
and create something different and new, but it's not any of that.
Clatters blood on the breeze. Wolves fighting for territory. Is the instinct to conquer innate?
I'd like to think we're better than that, but life keeps proving me wrong.
Ivy spreads on the stone. A nature that cannot be tamed. We learn much.
Yeah.
Sleep now. Dream of warm tides and purple leaves.
Gosh, that sounds not that great, really, at all. All right. A phantom. I don't know what to make of the phantom. And behind it, a skeleton wizard. Let's go ahead and save.
Nice work.
Thanks. I have not played Black Myth Wukong. Action games, no matter how well done and how beautiful they are, I'm just not very good at them. I've watched some of Black Myth. A deservedly successful game. I'm just not a good enough player. Same thing with the Souls games. Ooh, okay. Back away. And we blow a hole open in the wall. Parkour! Well, we've got a number of weapons.
Want to do the honors and open it?
We'll open her up. Agate, some copper, common arquebus. Let's go ahead, and we already have one arquebus, so we most certainly don't need two. We'll break one down. Axe, dagger, great hammer, dagger. All common quality. Got a little ledge. Don't know if we can climb. We'll check that in a minute. Huh. Well, we can go across over there for sure. That looks like anyway. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't think we can make it up there. I'm wrong?
Right behind you.
Doesn't look... Well, unless we can jump on the mushrooms, which I don't think we can. Oh, I didn't even notice. Sorry, I didn't notice you laying there dead. Sorry, it's have you considered being not dead? You might like it. Let's try the other way. Rather eat a 100% cocoa chocolate bar than play Black Myth Wukong with peace and love. It's just not a kind of game that I would be able to play at all. My reactions are not good enough. I'm too old and slow. Oh, traps. Oops! Kai, are we going to have a long chat about you not getting yourself axed? Kai, would you care to burn the honors? Thank you. Yep, there was a chest in here. And a dead guy.
There's always something good in places like this. Worth taking a look.
Well, so far it's been worth it. Alright. We've got another phantom.
Not bad. Here we go.
Whoop! Multiples, multiples. Alright, he's dead. He's dead. Oh, got another one behind us. And he's dead. Everybody? Nope, nope, there's one more. Oh, we got another one behind us. Got him? Everybody? Did everybody get their full? Their fill? Potato, potato. So this is the place I tried to get to but couldn't a couple minutes ago. But we've got, well, maybe something over there. Probably not, but we'll check that in a sec. On the third night, Ivana came to a towering cliff, where the sheer jagged precipice forbade all who might pass. Her pickaxe glanced off the surface, and when she threw her rope, it fell back to the ground and found nothing to latch onto. The wall is high, Ivana lamented and lit her torch as a prayer against the encroaching dark. I cannot climb, but my path cannot end here. Your path has led you here to challenge you, Megran said, and the voice seemed to emanate from the flame itself. The stone before you is the same as the stone you stand upon. Your footing will find the way. So Ivana knew what she must do. Aha! We've got a splody barrel again, I think. Maybe not. Boots of the Bricklayer, unique clothes. Well, we'll check that out in a sec, of course. What do we have? Oh, that's got something in it, I think. Yeah. Another grenade. It's nice to have grenade neutral. Ivana snuffed the torch and stepped onto the nearby ledge. Her humble walking boots found a foothold upon the moss. She mustered her courage and reached for the outcropping above her head, proceeding step over step, hand over careful hand. With the last of her strength, she reached the top of the mighty cliff, then turned and watched the last of the sun slip under the waves. I don't understand. Ivana thought aloud again. How did I know where to climb? Only heroes can do such things. Was your mother not a bricklayer? Megran asked. Yes. Did she not scale the walls of your great keep? Of course she did. Then that is how you know. Triumph does not come to those born with a greater purpose. It comes to those willing to use the tools they were given. Wow. Guy sounds pretty smart. In older lands, it was said to know the world, first make a map of it. To know the cavern, make a model of it. To know the soil, grow a garden of it. Now it is written in blood, you shall not mistake a model for a map. or a map for the maxim, which is the truth manifest in the world. You shall not reduce the great to the grubby miniature. You shall not mistake the drain hole for the maelstrom. The taste of blood is that which seems clear on the map is tangled in the maxim. Well, he said something about explosives. I don't see any box of explosives around. Little money in there? Yeah, little money. We got another chest over there. Agate. Common sword, primal flame. My question is, can we get any higher, or should we even try? Yeah, over there. Health potion? Golden Scale of Order. God Shrine Totem. Ah, my first God Shrine Totem.
Thing we shouldn't mess with. So let's go find the rest of it.
Let's see. We can break down that. Armor, common robe, the male hauberk, boots of the bricklayer, 10% dodge distance plus 15 carrying capacity. I'm currently wearing 10% resistance. I'm going to go with that one. Let's go ahead and save here. I think we found everything that's findable about this. Maybe not. Did we go out? Were we out there? I don't recall. I think we were. Oh, more pickables. I like pickables because you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Benjamin Franklin. Nope, doesn't look like there's anything here. I think we found everything through here that we needed. Was there one more pickable? Looks like there's another pickable here. Did I miss it? In here somewhere? Ah, that's the one that drops a fire grenade. Useful for opening things up. Less useful if you're standing underneath it. Okay, so this is where we came in for this area. Alright, we've got 140 meters away, but also up a good distance. Spring breeze. Well, here's where we get to the up part. Is there anything over there? There's a fire. Doesn't seem to be any obvious mobs over there. Good or bad, so we'll just follow here as it's going the direction we want to go. More spring breeze. Another pickable. Palm stone. Hey, I can see my house from here. I'm sorry, I have to make that joke at least once a week, or they take away my Twitch bullshitting license. We've got bad guys. Zarep. That didn't actually do anything. And a bear. I hope the bear's on our side. That's all I can say. Okay, not good. Got him. Seems to be it for now. Don't want to burn a health potion. We got porridge. Porridge? All right, porridge. And another porridge, and that'll just about do it. I don't know which is worse, that they're carrying around Zarep tongues or that we're cutting their tongues out of their dead mouths. Neither one of those is particularly appealing to me, I have to say. They're both genuinely appalling. Let us... Where was it? Well, there was a teleporting point here. There it is. Okay, it has been activated. Well, the team, if there's any of them left, should be in here.
This looks like the path Offwick told us about.
Ah, okay. Let's go ahead and, once again, journal. Documents. Tutorials. God totems, right? We got our first piece of a god totem. Nope. Want to save. What can I say? I absolutely detest redoing content. At least like the first time through. If I'm doing something for an additional time, that's entirely different. We got a little altar here to something or someone.
If you look, you can see Fort Northridge from here.
Why, yes, I can.
Too soon.
We got a person, looks like. Overgrown Frontier. Kawia's Journal. Slim volume is warped in water. Staying a quick flip through pages reveals it was diligently updated for 7 years. Last entry is 2828, year of Aothis' return. 2821, season of nesting birds. After 27 hours of difficult labor, I am the mother of a coral pink squall of a girl. I will call her Meta, after my mother's sister who was carried away from us on Amira's wings last season. May she have something of her spirit, as well as her name. 2823, season of the sun showers. Anara presented Meta with a fishing pole. The harpoon and the basket is this morning. How anxious I was that she should choose the harpoon and spend the hot seasons away at sea, or the fishing pole and be fettered always to her town, the basket and spend her life climbing trees. But sweet Meta turned her back on all of them, crawled to her father's lap. She will be as her father is then, a healer, and stay always near me. That was when she was 2. 2826, she's 5. Last night, Meta told her first story. It was a tale of the mighty war parrot who fought fearlessly in many battles against terrible Nega. But although he was a great warrior, he'd always wanted to explore the islands when his mother wasn't looking. He flew to the top of the Serpent's Crown in Neketaka. He saw all the way to Hasango. The sky went on forever, but he became scared of the heights and called for help, and his mother, Queen of the War Parrots, came to rescue him. From then on, he was happy to remain a warrior. Great Aunt Meta once told me a similar tale when I was a foolish young girl, determined to climb the tallest koiki tree in the village. Should be koiki, I guess. Perhaps there was something of old Aunt's soul in my daughter after all. 2828, season of churning waves. A dread storm cloud sits heavy on the horizon, and small tremors shake the sand, but my girl's not disturbed. Tonight she leads the children in a performance of Ngati's Kraken Dance, as taught to us by the young woman from Maje Island. We made her bracelets and anklets from shells we collected on the beach together, and she wove her skirt by herself. As we near the season of her birth, I remember how when I first quickened, I told Anara I was afraid. It is strange to look upon this tiny mind now and think I may never have known her. How strange this life of mine. How generous the gods. Yeah, and then it ends in 2828, some number of years ago. Maybe not that generous after all. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but...
If you traveled weeks to see him, you can wait a few more days.
Kara, you would not be so glib if your family's souls were crying out to you for justice.
Mm-hmm.
Some crusty old priest isn't going to change that.
Mind if I interrupt?
The Temple of Aethys is closed. I don't know why everyone in the living land suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home because the goddamn temple is closed.
I'm here at Ofrai's request. You've got an expedition in trouble?
The boy made it back to the embassy. I half expected him to kick off on the way there.
He was badly injured and grieving his brother's wounds. I say it is good news.
Sure, until the Inquisitor hears he abandoned his men to go crying for his mom.
Well, I don't know what I could do with my resolve or dexterity were higher. What's the Inquisitor Ludwin's interest in this venture?
Yada, the expedition leader, told me it was the Inquisitor who tipped her off to this place. I guess Ludwin had squeezed the information out of some rebels she was interrogating.
Lot of that going around lately.
The old godlike who maintains the temple is supposed to have some kind of relic belonging
Pardon the yawn?
to us.
And given Steelroad's particular allegiances, yeah. Okay, I see the through line. I gotta say, I'm surprised there's still a temple to Aethys standing after the Saints' War. But There's no accounting for taste.
I'll leave you both to it. Good day.
You will let him go and not me? I see.
Who said I was letting him go?
Don't make me bring this back to Ambassador Hilgard.
Right. Sorry, Envoy. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They planned for a day's journey, but they've been gone for more than 3.
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing.
Something must have held them up. Our freak mentioned traps and earthquakes and...
The oracle who maintains the temple is a godlike of Aethys, so there is no telling what he is capable of.
Well, I'm a godlike
They're
of
carrying a lot of
somebody. We don't know
tools
who yet, but, you
beyond
know.
guard. And Envoy, thanks. I know our freak will appreciate you looking into this.
Nod solemnly and leave. I'm good at nodding solemnly and then leaving. I'm really good at the nodding. See? Solemn, I don't do solemn all that well. I'm better at sarcastic. I'm okay at solemn. So here, I'll nod solemnly. There you go. Well, let's go ahead and do another save. As is tradition. We have little chirping birds and a cave. Entrance to the Eothasian Temple. That's a word. We could be here a while. Another damn yawn. Sorry. It's begun. We're in a no teleporty zone. No bad guys. Electric lily seed. Another. And a baddie through there.
That spear looks endearing, all right. Guess we're on the right track.
They killed a bear.
Finished their puzzle. Whatever they were looking for wasn't just treasure.
Gotta say, I think they did a really good job on the environmentals.
Gods, never seen anything like it. Views like this remind me why I came to the Living Lands in the first place.
Something stirs here.
Thanks. Oh, voice from above that provides no useful information. We'll go through that in a sec, but first we'll grab the grabbable.
Tripwire's broken. I bet Alfred's people came through here.
Oh, I didn't even notice the tripwire until he said something. In the dark. Now I'm scanning the ground for tripwires.
Look at that. That statue. How did anyone build that all the way down here? Gods. No one knew that was down here.
Rituals, whispers of searing light.
Thanks, voice. We got critters.
Zarb's ahead. Just going around.
There were Zarops ahead. Oh, there's at least one more over there. All kinds of little nooks and crannies around this joint. Oh, he's got something else on him. Copper.
You take lead.
Spoiled cabbage. God, my favorite. How did he know that that's what I wanted? Was some spoiled cabbage. That has got to be a splody wall. That's a breakable wall. Well, let's go with the splody wall first. Splody wall sploded. Oh. So the splody wall led us to the exact same place. It just ate a grenade. Fine. Unless... No. No, just ate a grenade. That's fine. It's fine. Make me waste my resources. I have 11 grenades left. Copper, beetle shell, pelt, iron, letter to Karlov. Karlov, I can find no more use to put my talents on our pitiless land. So I must go. The water freezes, I create art from it. The water melts, my art dissolves. The water freezes again. This cycle once brought me peace. I looked upon my work and was comforted by its impermanence. And in the impermanence of all things, I took comfort in Rimmergan's promise of the end. But even the ice carver is not impervious to the cold, and the new wind that blows from the north, from Kaizo, from the cracks in the in-between, chills me to my bones. There's something wrong in the world, Lotha, and not even your bright smile can set this cycle to rights. I head to the living lands. The vitality that fled my art is gathering there, condensing. Now, a new chill rises in the land. A great conflict is coming, and our master will need his harbingers at his side. If Vatnir returns, tell him to come, but my love, I beg you, do not follow us. To serve our God most faithfully, I must believe you're still alive. Lexi.
Here they come. Oh, no, you don't.
Who comes? Okay, they're way far away.
It's always the next.
They're over here, somewhere. Oh, that's a trap? Or someone's shooting, it's a trap. Daily affirmations of focus and efficiency. All errors can be reforged into lessons. Abaddon, not the same Abaddon as Guild Wars 2, presumably, rebuilt himself from ruin. No setback is insurmountable, not even death itself, as long as the soul is dedicated to the task. Work hard, work well. Abaddon demands only honest labor and forthright service. All errors can be reforged if your intentions are pure. All ignorance can be reforged into knowledge. Master your craft to excel at what you've been trusted to do. Do not offend your teacher by remaining a student forever. Each generation must forge its successors. Teach your trade to all who are willing to learn, and in doing so, multiply the fruits of your knowledge. All difficulties can be reforged into triumphs. Meet strife with humility and acceptance. Let adversity temper the ingot of your will, and you'll never shatter. Embrace your station, fulfill the duties of your rank, and meddle not in the affairs of your betters. Ooh, that's not sounding like a real nice kind of dogma you've got there. All guilds fail at their weakest link. All loss can be reforged into strength. Profitable work heals all emptiness. So long as you have the tools of your trade, you will always be able to forge wealth anew. Value the works of others, and they will value your works in return. Share the harvest with the hungry, and your tools with the destitute. All souls can be reforged into whatever we will. Hard work is not exclusive to life. Death is no time for complacency. Commit yourself to excellence in this cycle and the next.
Hold it together, kid. We're nearly there.
We've got electricity in the ground. And water. History tells me that's not a great match. You know, science and all that.
You're not my brother.
No, I'm not your brother. Hold on a sec. You just leave Mead sitting around? Cademan. I'm not your brother.
I got to be dreaming. Oh God, am I dead?
Dead-ish. I mean, we're all kind of dead.
Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Galloway inside?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not
Oh! So you're an MMORPG player. Well, believe me, I understand. Guy Maris can't let this kid die a virgin. Can you help him?
Not with that. No. Oh, you mean healing? I've got a stick prickle balm for the pain, but other than that, not much else I can do. Sorry, I'm all out of potions. I don't know any healing magic either.
magic. I had to learn some magic, but only the kind that explodes.
That's the best kind of magic.
I don't want to explode. Please help me.
Help him? I'm going to give him a healing potion. Oh, I can use Dream Touch. I can use Dream Touch to heal him.
Oh, that's the creepiest sensation I ever felt in life. Like vines were growing all through me.
Well, yeah.
If it works, don't question it. And look, your wounds are closing up already.
Oh, wow. I feel these better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What are you doing down here?
Offric sent us after you. Where's the rest of your team?
He actually made it. I wasn't sure he'd come through. And he sent the Emperor's fucking envoy. Damn. Am I ever glad to meet you?
As you should be.
Focus. The Free Expeditions Corps. Where are they?
Right. Those assholes. They went on without me after I got hurt. We'll come back for you once we've got the Reddit cabin honest. Oh shit. Yeda was probably hoping I'd croak so she wouldn't have to tell Offric how she abandoned me. All she cares about is that Oracle and his relic, which is probably just a big old dog bone if you ask me. He's probably still down there, fiddling with his statue.
Is that what he calls it?
You must have seen it on your way.
Well, I've been known to fiddle with my statue from time to time. Oh, he probably means it literally. Never mind. I didn't say anything. And you tell me about Jada.
Our captain, she's... I don't know. I don't want to talk out
You
of
just
turn.
said that she wanted you to die.
You're not the first person to have a bad commander.
It's not like that. I mean, it didn't used to be. Yet it's not been quite herself lately.
Well, I mean, we fiddle with our statue
She charges forward recklessly.
for a lot of different
Pushes
reasons.
us as hard as she pushes herself. And that's how I got hurt.
Has she been short-tempered? Distracted?
Yeah? When we make camp, she has these terrible dreams. Wakes us all up with the screaming.
That sounds like the Dream Scourge.
It sounds like a dream scourge to me, Envoy.
Anything I need to know about the Oracle?
I doubt I know much more than you do. I mean, you're godlike, just like him.
Not like him.
Come on, kid. Don't get starstruck now.
Well, he's touched by Aedes, right? And he's supposed to be old, like hundreds of years old.
So almost as old as me.
Don't
Okay.
mean elf old, he's extra old, like Aethys has been keeping him alive or something.
Great. He's old. Anything else?
They used to receive pilgrims, but only the ones who could make it in. This place, it's like a trial.
Yeah, we've seen the same traps and crumbling buildings you have.
And he's building something. A statue of Aethys, I think. But I don't know what for. I mean, after all Aethys in the Deadfire, people don't come here anymore.
I'll go speak with this oracle then.
He'll be the last one to have seen him, I bet. I'll just rest up here a minute before I head back to Paradis.
Take it easy. No sense getting yourself into another scrape.
Promise, I'll take it slow. Hey, Envoy, for what it's worth, I really thought I was gonna die down here.
I'll see you back in Paradis, Kidman.
Right, yeah. You got those assholes to save and everything. I hope they're better off than I was.
Let's add another save in here. Because saving is what we do. Just want to make sure I didn't, miss any easy fat loot that's just sitting around saying, Lens, pick me up. Wait, did I miss a chest back there? Because there's a chest back there. It must be above us. Aha! And a book. Probably loops. We probably get there from over here. Yes, in fact, we do.
Seems like a good kid. Glad we could give him a hand. Maybe one of Juliana's girls will too.
They have a hard time getting out of here, but at least we gave him a fighting chance.
We got a book.
The kid said the expedition team went deeper, looking for the Oracle.
Imagine the Oracle has something to do with that creepy statue we saw before. Maybe we should take a look.
Let's see what the book has to say. A History of the Living Lands 1, Origin. The Living Lands do not exist. But certainly there is an island, certainly there are valleys, there are rivers, lakes, and mountains, there are trees and fungi in abundance. Taken together, do these not constitute the living lands? I'll concede they constitute the description of a continent, that this continent lies north of the equator, and that this continent is equidistant from Adir and Rauatai. I will concede that this continent is real, so long as you and I walk upon it. We call this island the Living Lands, but the Living Lands is merely a descriptor of its attributes. A list of attributes does not alone make up a place. I believe that for a place to become real, it must have a name. Or for a name to be real, it must have a history. History confers meaning, and meaning is given to a name by its namer. But the Living Lands cannot be this island's name because I have traveled its breadth, climbed its peaks, and delved its countless depths. And I have discovered that the Living Lands has no namer at all. Unless the words we use to describe this continent, the living land, were given to us by the godless. Unless these words have a meaning only they could comprehend. Unless these words have a history only they could know. And the heicity, the thisness of this place, was lost with them. That's not a word I was familiar with. I was not expecting a word I did not know. I'm a big word guy. I literally, as a kid, would sit and read the dictionary. And yeah, it is a little weird now that you mention it. Or now that you're kind enough to not mention it. Thank you. Okay, we've got... Whoop!
This one's mine. Watch it again.
You want to do something about that, guys? There, he's come down. Now you can... Oh, you sprained your shoulder. While you were running around doing nothing but standing behind me, watching me get hit a couple of times. Thanks for not very much. Let's... Couple of spring berries. Ought to do what I need. Guess what? You guessed correctly, another save. Struggle with big words, but you've been reading a lot and learning new ones. English is your second language? I had no idea. Your second language is better than an awful lot of native speakers' first language. I can assure you of that. Ooh, 2 health potions. I do like the environment. Inquisitor's request, Captain Jada. The relic you seek is but one of many thorns in the rotten heart of this land. Claim it for a deer, and should its efficacy be confirmed, you'll be appropriately rewarded. Inquisitor Ludwin.
Didn't realize the head of the Steel Garrote was into antiques.
Yeah. Optional, find clues about the locations of the remaining fragments. That's not that mission we're currently on. Yes, I'm saving again. The phrase I think the kids would use is, "Don't at me."
Someone's up ahead. Keep your eyes open.
Well, they're not showing up as hostile. That's the statue. Presumably that's the godlike.
My brother. Can it be? Come, stand in the light. Let me look at you.
Sargamus.
It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us. But you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargamus, servant of the once shining god. He whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space?
I'm looking for an expedition of my countrymen. Did they pass this way?
An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Right. Mats, ropes, pitons, rugged boots, water for days. People down here looking for stuff.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it.
No, realistically, that's not getting
Know what
moved.
their purpose is here.
Do you really expect me to believe you haven't seen them? There's only one way through this place.
It's a reasonable question, I'll grant you.
Thank you.
You must understand, this place has seen so few visitors for so long that I often retreat into my private quarters, to read, you understand, or pray, or sleep. Age has made me slow. I tire easily. I sleep now more hours than I wake. They could have already come and gone, and I would be none the wiser.
Well, it's plausible.
In any case, you haven't told me what it was they searched for. Or do you not know?
They were searching for a relic you're rumored to keep here.
Ah, the splinter of Aethys. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss.
What is this relic exactly?
The splinter of Aethys is a sliver of shin bone from my lord's titan body. It was carved from his skeleton many centuries ago. Yet long after the gods left this mortal world to claim their dominion in the beyond, the splinter is infused with the very essence of my lord's power, to illuminate without fire, to heal without injury, and to speak without voice.
Where do you keep the relic? I might find them there.
It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
Right. Here it comes.
Right. Here it
You
comes.
see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way.
I'll be back before you can say 10 praise Aethyses. I'll return shortly.
I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate.
That's
your
a little
path,
bit of a questionable little addition there. Not going to touch it. I just want to look. It's missing. Ah, that's where the splinter goes. We've got glowy circle things. Nothing obvious over there. All right, we came in from over there. I'm just looking around, you know. Travel to Dawnshore. Well, that presumably is what we'll use to get out. Touch it with your pee-pee? Oh, come on now. He hates it when that. Aethys does not appreciate people touching it with their pee-pee. Unless, of course, you're going to sit in his lap. And, you know, touch tips. Let's just put it that way, all right? Touch tips. In which case, I kind of think maybe he does swing that way. Letter to Sargamas. Sargamas, it has been some time since your last correspondence, and I do hope you are still well. Have the materials and spare equipment from my lab proven reliable? You know how temperamental and finicky old equipment gets. I swear these machines have souls of their own. But I digress. I look forward to hearing the latest news about your progress. I have no doubt that the completion of the project will change the world, and knowing you, it'll certainly be for the better. That I've had a part to play in this fills me with a deep joy and satisfaction. Perhaps one day I shall write about us. I can see it now, the Oracle and the Visionary, a titillating tale of two thinkers and their thoroughly thought-provoking theories. On second thought, perhaps simply the Oracle and the Visionary will suffice. You eagerly awaiting your response, your friend Vitor. P.S. It is good that I forgot to send this after it dried. Ulrask would be very cross with me if I did not relay once more that he is, and I quote, rather looking forward to giving Sargamas' oversized animate a proper thrashing if he ever gets it functional. Oh, that Ulrask. Until next time. It's an animate. If he gets it functional. So, is it going to stand up, and am I going to have to destroy it? That sounds like that might very well be in our not-too-distant future. Let's go ahead and save. Well, we've got Electric Lily Seed. Is that like Electric Ladyland? That's an old guy musical reference, by the way.
This reminds me of the Strangle Root. But how is anything this big going all the way down here?
We'll have to swim through the root tunnel to get through here.
Well, I hope we can make it all the way. Not by a lot, but yes, we can. Touch his drum set with your balls. I do not get that reference. No. Not off the top of my head. Got to keep in mind, though, given the old guy references I make, if it's not an old guy reference, I may not get it. What is... Oh, Marius. What is Marius doing down there? Marius! God, you can't take him anywhere. Are you guys coming up here? Or are you just going to putz around? Well, there they are. They teleported. Well, that's nice for them. Ah, we have a breakable wall. We have a broken wall. Oh, Step Brothers. Okay. Yep. I've seen just little tiny bits. I've not seen most of the movie. What is this? Needs to get hit with electricity. Fortunately, I can do that. It did something. Oh, we have a chest. Is this taking me back where I've already been? No, I don't think so. Oh, we've got badness. Spiderlings. My favorite movies? Let's see. Blade Runner. The Fellowship of the Ring. The Thing. Michael Mann's Last of the Mohicans. The Yakuza, a movie from mid-1970s with Robert Mitchum, I think is the date. The 3 and 4 Musketeers, directed by Richard Lester. That's also from the 70s. Those would be most of my favorite movies. There's always one I always forget at least one. Thing is one of your favorites too? Well, that's because you're a right-thinking person. It's an old guy movie, but it checks out. Ooh, one-shotted it. Spooters. We got spooters. Oh, big spooter. Big spooter. Are we done? Spiders cleared.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Addicted to Stephen King books and movie adaptations? There was a version of The Stand done a long time ago that's not bad at all. Gary Sinise. Was probably the biggest named actor in it. We're going ahead and save right here. Much to my surprise, I also liked the movie based on his son's sequel to The Shining. Of course, The Shining is obviously a classic. It's not a great adaptation of his book, but it's an incredible movie. The writing in this tome is dense and spidery, haha, and it advances across the page at a sprint as if its author had been enchanted with a spell for celerity. Whatever Muse ensorcelled it was never be revealed, however, the book's fragile pages disintegrate in your hands. Yeah, Dr. Sleep. I was surprised at what a good job it did at being respectful both of his father's work and of Kubrick's. That's no easy task. All right, well, we got another book. True Stories from the Living Lands. We've got too many books here that I can't realistically go through all of them. Aloud, anyway. Why can I not reach that one? Let's see. There are a bunch of them here, so I'm just going to grab these as quick as I can. If you'd like a slow boil, old-timey movie, I can't really call it a horror movie, but it is a haunted house movie, and one of my all-time faves as well. And that would be, again, from the 70s. Remember, old guy. The Legend of the Hell House with Roddy McDowall as the best-known actor in it. There we go. It's a slow burner, but really, really smartly done. Another book. Lots and lots of books. Love old movies. We'll sure add that to the list. Yeah, Pamela Franklin. Basically, a group of, let's say, occult experts. Going into what is described as the Mount Everest of haunted houses to see if they can determine whether life after death is real or not. Whether the individual spirit lives after death. Basically, it's 4 actors. There's like 2 other actors who appear in the whole thing. Oh, that's statue schematic. The drawing details plan for creation of a large statue powered by essence. The essence is intended to be injected by an array of animantic devices. Where such a vast store of essence might come from and what a statue would do with it is unclear. Does seem like he's planning on waking up the statue. Just saying. I can't get that one up there. I can't figure out how to get it. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Didn't realize it would do that. Sorry, guys. Guys, you might want to get out of the electricity. Because if you're not aware of that stuff... Hey, don't jolt me, you jerk! That stuff will... Stop, you idiots! That stuff will sterilize you. It's there standing in the water. Get out of the water. Guys, get out of the water. Oh my god.
Here it comes.
Guys, get out of the water. Oh my god, they're idiots. That just lasts forever. Are you guys done with your exercise in slow death? Ah ha ha. Killing your friends, that's shocking. Well, technically, yes. So it definitely seems like whatever his name is, Sargeras, we'll call him. That's not his name. Wants to bring the statue to life. I don't imagine that's good news.
Then again, I never needed to come down here before, so there's that.
We've got badness. Lots and lots and lots of books around here. And critters. Can I see what kind of critters? Taureps. Taureps, whatever the hell they are. Lots of them. And water beetles. Oh, sorry, Marius. Sorry. We're done here. We're combat finished. Yay, beetle shell. I like combats when I don't take any damage in them. I like them so much. I'm going to save again. Oh, well, I guess we're going up next. Well, we'll do a quick scan around here. Well, we're not getting up that.
Guys, what are we dealing with here?
Thorns beside violence. Essence twisted out of shape.
We're looking at thorns beyond violence. Essence twisted out of shape. Just came up with that on my own. What do you think?
A pulse beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
With this leaving of his precious body, we commemorate our most glorious God with all his saints. Let us commend ourselves and one another, and our whole life to Aethys, the Dawn Treader. For this holy house, and for those who enter it with faith, reverence, and a fear of our God, we consecrate this temple in his name. Aethys, have mercy on our souls. Well, that would be nice, obviously, for you. Wait, what? I see a red vase and I must break it so fast.
If it weren't for the creepy oracle and the invading roots, this place would be kind of nice.
I want to make sure that we've got the right side quest selected. And because I'm me, I must click all of the exclamation points to make them go away. Because they drive me crazy. Which, granted, is a pretty short trip. essence generators. Mechanical device that activated with shock damage. That's the one that we needed to get it open. Okay. Activated essence generators will glow and spark. Follow the wires attached to them. See what they power. Well, we figured that out on our own. Didn't need the hint. Thanks. Really, what's the point in having all of this crockery around if you don't store anything in it? You know? No, I'm just being angry about not having anything in the crockery. Really. That's all. Well, there's something in there. We've got a closed off area there. That one threatened me. And that one mocked me. And that was just basically on general principles. It's barred. That door.
There's the relic. It can't be as easy as just grabbing it.
No, I don't think so.
Right. I haven't been in a lot of ancient ruins, but you don't have to be an expert tomb robber to think this is probably a trap.
You convinced me. Save game. Well, first things first, we've got that. We can power that up. Hunsink! Looks like it goes over here and opens this door up. Looks like it, but doesn't actually do that. Sure looks like it should have, though, doesn't it? Well, there's something back there, but that is walled off. That certainly seems to be working. But I figured I'd give it a second. Hunsink! That's the splinter of Aethas. Interesting. So now that went from 2 blue to blue and gold. Looks like we've got a puzzle on our hands, mate. Now we can't get in there. We've got a splody. I don't think those are movable. I think I can only blow them up. Yeah, it just shows the icon for splody. We'll leave it in case we have to fight out here. Why should I keep quiet? There's nobody around.
Have I mentioned that I think this is a terrible idea?
Just right now. Before that, you hadn't mentioned it at all, no. Got a book, Memory of the Living Lands 4 Redacted. Every page of this book has been painted black except the very last, which features a large drawing of an unusually ornate key and a note written in runes of an unknown language beneath them. Someone has scribbled, "How do their agents keep finding my work?" They've already defaced 3 versions of this volume alone. I don't know what they find so objectionable about my theories on the meaning of the godless language, but I'm done rewriting it, you bastards. You win. No more. The note above has been amended by a more measured hand, likely sometime after the first note was written. I've compared my notes regarding the inscriptions from the Ukaizo with the script on the intact clay tablet in my lab and realized they share several shapes in common. I may be able to make some headway in translating this if I can find an expert in the godless. Another amendment follows, but that too has been mostly blacked out. Near the end of the redaction, the paint suddenly runs off the edge of the page and a splash of blood stains the margin. All you can make out is a pair of shaky sentences circled several times. Yiz? Could that mean God? Well, Yaz met God to a lot of people in Boston for years. That's an old guy sports reference. Hope you enjoyed that. I thought for sure we were onto something here, but maybe not. Doesn't appear to be anything else in here. Except us and a little blue glowy flame that I can't do anything with. I thought I'd... Oh, there we are. Skeletal monk? There was a skeletal monk here. Oh, we've got more crawly space over there. Lockbox. Silver Pfennig. Pfenning. Okay. Well, we did find our way all the way through a sneaksy spot, but we have not found whatever is going on over here. So that changed from gold to blue. The left one did. I'm pretty sure. Not positive, but pretty sure. Optional, retrieve the relic, but we haven't even found them. Okay, so that's blue. There is, like, some stuff back there. Is there another crawl space? Did I miss any crawl space? I don't think I did. It would be over here on this side. Definitely doesn't look like it. Over there, no. Back there. No. Lots of skulls. Totally not scary or spooky or anything like that. Huh. Interesting. Does look like our only choice is to pick that up. So, you know what that means. It means I hit the wrong button. Twice. Does mean we save again. I have some severe doubts about this being wise. We haven't found the expedition team, but we are theoretically at the end of the path, and we haven't seen them. My assumption is that Mr. Smiling Golden Boy killed them. And that he wants to use the splinter to power his Optimus Prime. I'm gonna hit it one more time. Nope, still the same. Is there anything I can see in there? Big purple glowy chest full of fat loot. I can see that. Alright, here we go.
Something's moving in the main chamber. We'd better be moving too. What?
Wait, where's the other one? This still isn't open.
Everyone okay?
What? Where? Oh, sorry, Kai. Sorry, Kai. That's my bad. Oh, a godless executioner. Whoop! We'd rather not mess with him. Multiple godless executioners, or did he just freaking heal? Okay, I'm gonna load. We gotta be missing something. By we, I mean I. There it is. That's what I was missing. Found it. I think. Yep. Aha! This is gold, and if we juicify it...
Let's see if that opened anything.
Sounds like it opened it. It opened the door. There's a big purple chest. Gold, turquoise, binding copper. Lots of stuff. But that's of no assistance. So, we're going to save. And we're going to run for it. Yeah, I heard that. So we're not going to fight, we're just going to run.
Something's moving in the main chamber.
Pardon me, guys. Don't mind me. We got to run. You guys with me? Huh. Don't think we went over there. Don't think I can make that jump. Ooh. Oh, I'll grab the chest first. Seriously, you can't be serious. Another chest. Now, did I not see these places before? Or were they not here before? My guess would be I just didn't see them. Continue searching for the Aderan expedition. Return to the Oracle. Speak to Offric. That just moved. Is that down below? Have we got a power-uppy thing in here somewhere? Because it looks like there's something in there.
Why has he come here? Why does he build the idol in this place?
A very interesting question indeed. But now you're talking in regular English. We've got... Okay, we already grabbed that. So... Ow!
Something's not right here. Take a look around.
You safe. My assumption is our friends that we're looking for are in here and they all dead. Jada's journal. New orders came down from Darren today. We're to be sent to the Living Lands. Diplomatic Corps has established an embassy in the port city of Paradis, and they need support cataloging the unusual ruins there. No doubt it'll take months, perhaps a year or two at the very least. I promised Rudwin I'd be in High Crown to celebrate an Estu with him and the children, especially since it'll be Muri's coming of age, but how often are you given the opportunity to lay the foundation of study for previously undiscovered ancient culture? I'm sure he'll understand. And Muri, well, I think my daughter will be glad I'm gone. It's not like the gods are making new continents. The world's getting smaller every day. It always seems as though the moment I finally get my sea legs, we're pulling into harbor, and a charming harbor it is, despite what Darren told me, and not nearly so dangerous as the clerks in High Crown warned. I swear on the Queen, half my countrymen resent any city that isn't the Emperor's purely on principle. There was a letter waiting for me when I arrived in the embassy. I suppose Rudwin sent it before I left. The cowards filed for dissolution of our marriage, but he couldn't muster the stones to tell me to my face. Let him assume it never arrived, for I certainly won't dignify it with a reply. This whole episode's giving me a blinding headache, a horrible pinching sensation right behind the eyes. I've had a few days to settle into life at the embassy. All the powers that be argue about how best to make use of us. While I was resting, the ambassador's clerk took the scouts to some dreadful little swill house in the rough part of town. Naturally, a couple of the younger lads poisoned themselves with alcohol. The mother in me wants to be furious, but I can hardly muster the energy, as long as Offrick's voiding his stomach in the canals and instead of the bunkhouse. It's not my business, after all. I think I'll take the team to Fort Northreach, see if we can't help it. Their archivists identify the purpose of the godless ruins there. Blessed New Year! The team acquitted themselves well at the fort. With Caedmon's help, I was able to get down in the basement of the ruins there and take a good look at the construction. Naturally, I left notes I took at the fort. I feel I can hardly even think these days. But I believe I remember enough of what I learned to write a satisfactory report for the ambassador. Could these ruins have been the site of a fertility temple? I mean, goodness, look at the shape of the buildings. The steel garrote inquisitor attached to the embassy has uncovered rumor of a holy relic in a cave here in Dawnshore, and she suggested that we might want to investigate. I know I should be eager to get down there to explore, but I've hardly been able to get out of my bedroll since we returned to Paradis. I'll bet there's a cursed tablet with my name on it and that Rudwin's installed at the Temple of Skane back in High Crown. Nothing else could explain the hideous nightmares I've been having. Mushrooms erupting from my skin, my eyes replaced by quivering stalks, Myri turned into a tree, Rudwin splitting in hair and opening like a flower. I think splitting in half is what that's supposed to say. No matter what drug I take or which god I pray, it refused to go away. I collapsed while we were gearing up in the market, and none of the merchants would help me off the ground. One of them murdered something about a soul plague and ran off to tell his mates. I tried to tell the man I wasn't sick, just going through a divorce, but I couldn't speak. It's like my tongue had turned to mud. The Inquisitor pulled me aside when the boys got me back to the embassy. She was able to press the locals for more about the relic. Apparently it was taken from Aothas' Titan skeleton, the very one I made my reputation discovering, and it's well known for its ability to heal anyone who holds it. I cannot delay any longer. I must find it.
Well, we found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here?
They didn't come the same way we did. I'll remind you we had to swim here. And look, there's no way these people died of natural causes. Murder usually leaves a mark.
It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed.
Fragments of the soul often linger near the bodies after death, but these corpses feel empty.
Oh. Like they've been completely drained of essence.
If I thought you could just zap someone's soul out of their body, I wouldn't even get up in the morning.
You need to get out more, Marius. Animancers have been zapping folks for centuries.
If either of you so much as points a stick at me, I'm going to be very upset.
The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue.
Oh, he certainly could have.
Right?
Could the Oracle's plan have something to do with Aothas' vanishing at Ukaizo?
There's still a lot of debate over what even happened at Ukaizo. Perhaps the Oracle knows the truth. Or perhaps he's just as lost as we are. Aothas is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
Yeah. Okay, I can't get into there. Looked like I could. Can't. Lots of breakables. A little chest. A little lockbox. How nice. But I could spend the rest of the evening breaking every piece of porcelain in the place. So I'll not. Yeah, they didn't happen to just die in these places, on the carts, on the table. If he didn't drain them, he certainly left them here. Let's see. I'm at... I need about 40 life. I'm going to go ahead and eat a little more stew. No, same thing. Yeah. And then I'm going to save game. Speak to Offric. Well, who's Offric? Wasn't I thought Offric was one of the members of the party. But evidently he might still be alive.
Even the flood could not stop him. Fealty or sickness.
Oracle's up ahead. Be ready for anything.
The other guy we need to talk to is over yonder. If we can get to over yonder, that is. Oh, lockbox. Save game. What can I say? I'm mental when it comes to that sort of thing. If we don't get close enough to him, I hope we don't interact with him until we've had an opportunity to talk with Ulfric. He must be outside, because that was the escape out. Huh. Alright, I don't think this is going to go well. I think we're going to have to fight him, or we let him activate the robot machine thing. I guess Ulfric is outside. Optional, return to the Oracle or speak to Ulfric. I don't trust the Oracle. I simply do not trust him. The spine of the book bears a stamp designated as part of the restricted collection of the Hall's Obscured. It appears to have been stolen. Every page filled with closely packed writing and illustrations. One passage reads, Saint Waidwin pursed his lips and stared down the glowing, glowering visage which peered at him between the stalks of Vorlis. He gripped the wooden shaft of his scythe, slick with the sweat from his palms, the hands of a working man, which he was. Then you're Aothas, then. That I am, said the god. Then you already know what I want, said the farmer Waidwin. That I do. Waidwin unknotted the taut cord which restrained his ponytail. And let that flowering, flowering locks cascade around his shoulders and the rest of the shelf of his bosom. He winked and cleared his throat before winking again. I've got a candle that hasn't been lit properly. Aothas moved closer, and the passage cuts off with a series of ragged notes pressed deeply into the parchment. Aora is not ready for this. Very good farmer. We've got a lockbox. And a little bit of copper. Yeah, I just... there's no way that the Oracle doesn't end with a really unpleasant fight. And I don't think I've got anything to gain from it. Did I grab that one? No. We have a black bear down below.
Well done.
Another black bear. What did it... How the hell did it hit me?
Another win, but who's counting?
All of us, I think. Speak to Ulfric, or return to the Oracle. Where is Ulfric? The Southern Embrace. Where the hell is Ulfric? Over there. The Animancy Method. Escape Plan. No, no. An Ancient Memory. We got that one already. Ulfric is 480 meters in that direction. Tracked quest, Dawn Treader. Well, did it swap quests on me again? No, it didn't. Well, what the shit then? African town. Just do not trust the Oracle. Think he's a bad man. Godlike. Bad godlike. Ulfric and his brother.
Hey, it's the envoy! Envoy, hey! I swear, I owe you the world. I own the world. He saved my life, remember? Yeah, you only told me about 100 times. Hey, where's Yeda? Is everyone else on the way?
No, they went on their own.
No. Oh, God. Does he mean?
They didn't make it, Ulfric. I'm sorry.
But you saved Cadman. You couldn't say then? Or you didn't try? What happened?
The Oracle killed them.
That godless scum. What?
Right. So it could have been worse. They probably went quickly. If that helps.
I can't understand this. Hey, Ulfric, hey, listen. We always knew that was a risk, right? And we told ourselves, better to go up at the bottom of the world or the top. And dying in bed like Granda, asking what if. Did you avenge them? Is the Oracle dead?
It depends on how you define dead.
You know what? Don't ask.
At least they got justice.
Not
But I
really.
got my brother back. Don't be a baby. You would have been fine without me. What I mean to say is, we're grateful, Envoy.
You're very welcome, both of you.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to give you this. It belonged to our grandfather. He'd always wanted to join the corps, but life got in the way. When we were recruiting, he gave it to us to remind us to live well.
I'll treasure it.
Well, I'm sure you've got big envoy things to do.
Yes, I do.
I don't know if you heard, but there's a plague on and everything.
Yeah.
If you're ever in High Crown, look us up. Yeah, we can drink to the court together. Oh, I nearly forgot. You didn't happen to find that relic, did you?
Interesting choice. Give him the splinter of Aothis. Why? Keep it? I got the relic right here. What will you give me for it? Belongs to the people of the Living Lands? No, it doesn't. It's of Aothis, not of the Living Lands. I'll give it to him.
You were serious? You really found it? I want to be the hero of the corps for this. Thank you, Envoy. Don't forget to visit us next time you're in High Crown.
I won't. Take care, you two.
I wish things had turned out better for the rest of their crew, but...
Optional, return to the Oracle. Can I still return to the Oracle? Maybe not.
I'm sure of it.
One of them may even get a happy ending.
Alright, it's night. We'll head to the Ivona's threshold party camp. Poor Oracle's going to be sitting there, shit out of luck. Good. Okay, so let's see. We've got 2 more common wands. We don't need those. Break it down. Break it down. Common sword, couple of common spears, common pistol, common great axe, common great hammer. It's not that great a hammer. I mean, as hammers go, it's a perfectly fine hammer. It's just, nothing special. Heavy armor. I can't break it down. Oh, I can't break it down if I press the wrong key. That turns out to be the case. Delver's Caution, +1 to Dex, and 15% parkour speed. The ring. I can only have 1 ring on, huh? Well, critical hits dealing poison damage, not a big help for me. Little Dex, little parkour speed, that's certainly not going to hurt. Alright, let's see what else we can make food-wise. Yeah, I'm fine. Can we not talk about this? Cooked lashwing. Yeah, we'll craft up. Oh, I don't know. How about 4 of those? Why can I only make 1? Yep, we're going to make that. The Rook Snout Loin. Maracrudia. And some sausages. All right.
Seems like you were having a strange dream the other night.
Yeah, that's what I.
Tea might help you sleep.
That's what I get. I get strange dreams. I can upgrade my wand, common though it is, to blue quality, but I probably want to check because I've got quests for it tomorrow. I think they want me to buy a weapon and buy armor. Still no enchantiness that I can do. Neither of them have any questicle speaking parts that I need to get done. Excuse me. Journal, side quests. John Treader. Done. Finer things in battle. Yeah, acquire better torso armor. And acquire a better weapon. Fine. Oh, acquire weapon and fine or better quality. So maybe I don't have to buy those? Wrong button. Right place. Fine. So if I just craft my common wand, which I've got enough for, that should do it. I now have a fine. And I can upgrade my common robe. Not quite high enough yet. Yeah, I need 13 more pelts and 1 more Paradis ladder. But I did get the weapon, so my wand is now fine quality. What other quests do we have in place? Finer things in battle. I advanced part of it. It's alright. Yeah, it's a bit of alright, isn't it? Let's see, more lore we picked up. Dawnshore, Gator's Journal we picked up. Quests, what do we got? So that'll require just some few more components. Totem of... Ooh. Find clues about the locations of the remaining fragments. But I thought I could set up the first piece here. I thought that was something I did here. Maybe it's not at this camp. Maybe it's at some other camp. That's it. Space with a Wotica totem. Requires a totem base. Oh. So I have one piece of the totem, but not the base. Precious Lights. About where to find Ludica, Aldra's Kiss. Oh, well, we have those for tomorrow. I'm going to save right here. And I'm going to call it an evening. Because if I call it a potato, that wouldn't make sense. I want to thank you guys, as always, for hanging out very, very much. I do appreciate it. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Probably playing more than this, but more of this. It's possible that if the Lord of the Rings Online servers get their shit together, the new servers are opening, I believe, tomorrow. And I need to transfer a bunch of my old characters there, but I might also just want to create a new character in a new server environment, even though my old characters are available, because I can. So that's a possibility as well. I would expect those two possibilities are the only realistic ones, but we'll see. So those are my plans, tentative though they sound, because tentative though they are. I will be back tomorrow at the usual time. Again, thank you guys very much for hanging out. Hopefully you will see me soon. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. I'll catch y'all next time. Have a great night tonight. Take care. And ciao for now. Good night, guys.